welcome back to another episode of the DPCast. I am Paul.
I'm Dan.
And this is episode 5. And guys, you know we do a kind of like a brief chat each and every week with me and Dan. And what we want to do, we want to get you guys involved with us each and every week. So what we've done, we've got a new segment called What's New With You. So you get onto our Twitter, what is at the DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C. You send us in your messages. We don't care how awkward it might sound. Just try not to make them too long. I think Twitter applies to that one. And what we'll do is that we'll see them each and every week if you hashtag it or actually just direct tweet us it. And we'll see if we can place it onto future podcasts coming forth. So further ado, Dan, hit the new jingle.
Radio, hitting it.
What's new with you?
So Dan.
It's quite a good jingle, isn't it?
So Dan,
yeah.
What's new with you?
Well, apart from the jingles, I've been a little bit of a busy boy in that area, haven't I? And yeah, we've got a few jingles for you in this episode. So we're looking forward to unveiling those as we go along, to be honest. So, apart from
creative juices have been overflowing, and I say creative juices. I'm gonna be straightforward, you know, guys. Right? Is that Dan and Sean? Now, Sean, you will recognise from episode 3. I have to give him huge props. He thought of the idea. We would have a bit of a freaking writer's block, and Sean gave us the ideas, and I got to give it to Dan. He just put the cherry on top of an awesome jingle. The idea was there for it. I concepted it over to Dan, and he made what you should in the next coming couple of minutes, to be quite honest. So you just say the first one now. You've got another 2 en route, and I have to give you and Sean huge props on them. They sound absolutely amazing. So guys, if you literally love the new jingles, make sure you're coming on our Twitter, following us, liking our stuff, or even best, going onto iTunes, 5-star rating us, and download the shit out of our stuff. But
yeah.
Anyways, Dan, what have you been doing, boy?
Well, apart from the jingles, I have... I know I say this every week, but I'm continuing my little adventure through the Resident Evil games, and I am now on Resident Evil 3. But yeah, I won't bore with that, to share with the world a wonderful new program that I've been watching, and that is Ash versus the Evil Dead, and it is outstanding. If you ever watch the Evil Dead films, there's 1, 2, and 3, but now there's a TV program of it, and it is just spot on. It refers back to the old films, you know, little winks here and there to the old films and stuff like that, and it's hilarious. Yes. Just to give you an example of how off the chain it is, the episode I just watched, Ash, the main character, goes into a morgue to try and find the Necronomicon, which is the evil book of the dead, and it's hidden within a corpse. Now, the corpse, he opens it up, gets the book out, but then an intestine starts choking him and attacking him, and it starts wrapping itself around his neck and then dragging him back into the body, up the asshole. And his head is
holy shit!
Yeah. It's over the top gore.
Are you sure you're watching fucking Ash vs. Evil Dead, or are you just watching freaking, was it Human Centipede 3?
No, this is very funny. You know, it's like over the top gore and stuff. And it's like, no, not the asshole. And the cock has got what's the cock piercing called?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You know, like you got a cock ring.
Oh, I think it's cock ring.
Yeah, it's the cock ring, is it? Oh, fair enough. I thought it was a Prince Albert or something like that. Anyway, he's like, no, not the ball, not the ball. So it's like his fucking cock ring in his face. Oh, it's so funny. I'm a little bit too passionate about that TV program. I might have to edit that down a little bit.
Do you know the best part to it, right? Is that you just mentioned cock rings there, right?
Yeah.
And I was only listening to a podcast a day back, and the conversation, how it came round to that occasion, I don't know, but they were talking about that over the Valentine's Day period, right?
Yes.
In UK, that there was over 180 cases of people phoning in emergency services because their cocks started sweating because of their cock rings.
I don't understand the appeal in a cock ring, to be honest. It's like, why would you want to? It's already ugly enough down there. You know, it's like, where would you want to?
It's not just that. I mean, firstly, all right, is that let's take away the discomfort in aspect of shoving a ring over your fucking dick, right? Secondly, now, right, let's take away from the bracket that it's Valentine's Day. Can you imagine a phone call that either yourself or your partner has to make, stating the fact to emergency services that they can't laugh at you, that, can I please have emergency help? I have a ring wrapped around my dick that is now causing it to swell exponentially.
It's not wrapped around your dick, it's going through your dick. It's going...
Well, hey, you'll have to do the butter trick, don't you? Don't like how you get a ring off a finger.
Hang on a sec now, Paul. Are we talking about the same kind of ring here? Are you talking about a cock ring that goes over your cock? Or are you talking about the piercing?
Oh, right. Well, a piercing goes through it.
Yes. I thought we were talking about piercings.
No, a cock ring itself is naturally, I think, now what you mean by a Prince Albert, that is actually the what's called the piercing goes through the top of the dick.
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about all along.
A cock ring is actually something that slides over your dick and goes straight down the shaft that causes it to basically be erect for longer and cause stimulus towards sex.
Oh.
So naturally it goes down to the bottom of the shaft. But that's the thing, see, dude. Can you imagine that now, right? That is on the bottom of the shaft. And then naturally you got to have an emergency services take off a metal piece from the bottom of your shaft.
Oh. It blew my mind.
You know about things? Like, do Ricks do them quite naturally?
Oh, no plug there. Vibrating thingies.
Yeah, it's naturally, but people have them and they're metal. Like, obviously, Durex have gone for the cheaper and more plausible. So if it ever did occur to that, they could just snap plastic. But naturally, freaking most, let's put it out there, sexual orientated shops, they would have metal ones that go around your joint.
Ah, yeah.
And that's what's causing a lot of, I think, because naturally, like, people are like, oh, look, it fits around my dick because if there's something wrong. And then 2 seconds later, you're looking at it going, holy fuck, I can't get the fucking thing out. I mean, literally, you can start on a bit of butter, start using the rope trick around your dick. Like.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't.
It stops blood flow into your dick. So naturally, like, it's that kind of thing. It's really, really weird. I'm naturally like, I just, but both elements, naturally, you mentioned the Prince Albert. Yeah. That can go, I wouldn't even want.
I've heard some bloody horror stories about the Prince Albert, though. Heavy. Yeah. But both of them. To be honest, I don't want either. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with either of them.
No. It just sounds wrong, doesn't it? It just sounds nasty.
Yeah. Oh,
it's actually making my skin crawl a little bit. Like, because I know people do it, right? And the one going off a little bit of obviously the genitals. Yeah. The one that really baffles me is when they have. I don't mind like a tongue ring. Yeah. But the one I don't like is where they slice the tongue straight down the middle.
Oh yeah, like a snake type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a snake type. Oh, dude, it's really. To me, like, why put your body through so much pain? I mean, I understand like people get kicks out of it, like, but some people are just not doing the kicks. Like, you can see they're in agony doing it, like, and naturally they're doing it because it's the trend or the crowd they're in, or etc., etc., etc. Like, and you're like, oh, come on now, guys, come on, let's be a little bit more, let's think of the head, not freaking with our freaking pelvises. That's a silly freaking thing to be doing, because there is no medical way then of reattaching your tongue back together.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I usually like to think I take an open mind to things. It's like wherever floats your boat, really. It takes all sorts to make a world, and I wouldn't do it personally. I wouldn't even touch the damn scenario, but.
I think to me, right, I don't mind piercings in any part of the body, but the 3 I wouldn't touch will be the a-hole, the dick, and your gob. Like, don't get me wrong, I think the only thing I would take away from that bracket is that if somebody had a tongue ring or a lip ring, that's a normal standard. But I mean, like slicing and doing all that kind of stuff to your tongue, or doing stuff inside, like tattoos inside your mouth, that gets a little bit OTT with me. But at the same time as well, like the rest of the stuff, to me, that's gravy. I mean, it's to your body type then, or what you want to be doing, but sometimes I think they take it a little too far. And I think I remember watching Tattoo Fixers at one stage, and the best part, the best one I think they talked about was they mentioned, it goes, hey, what's the worst tattoo you've ever seen? And he goes, one guy came in and stated the fact he had he had something on his ass.
All right.
And we're like sort of going out like, where on the ass? He spreads his cheeks, and naturally he had like a demon-possessed guy come, literally, and his mouth was the asshole. So naturally, every time he shit, it'd be like sort of the demon spewing. And he said it was to be the most fucked up tattoo he's ever seen in his entire life.
When would you ever show that to anyone?
Well, to be quite honest, right? Can you imagine going into that tattoo place now, right? Now, there's easy to just going, oh, can I have a tattoo on my left buttock? Or can I have a tattoo, like, near my bollocks? Or I think one of my mates actually has one on his pubic area, but it's a little guy mowing. So literally, he has to shave his pubes in that area, so it actually looks like he's been shaved, like he's just mowed that part. Yeah. Well, actually looks quite fun.
That's kind of funny, actually.
But, like, there's ones like that, right, that I don't mind about. That's fine, you know? But when you take it to, like, the tip of the dick, and underneath your gum line, and tattooing your anus. Can you imagine, like, to me, right, you're asking a tattoo parlor to really go above and beyond. Yeah. And you just feel like sometimes you're like, wow, you know, where are we going to be stopping with these kind of elements? Yeah. But, hey, you know, again, each to their own, as you stated.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I feel more sorry for the bloody tattoo parlor guy rather than the guy getting it. Well, it's the guy or the gal's bloody decision to do it, so you know, no sympathy for you, but the poor guy who has to do it. Then
can you imagine the bracket? Like, you know, you got it, like, it's a precision art. I mean, tattooing, anybody who listens to us who's a tattooist, you guys know it more than anybody, is that to make a precision art piece, you know, takes time, it takes effort, it takes naturally getting into them positions. You think about down there now, right? Opening up a pair of arse cheeks for a continuous amount of time, that's not just painful for the person who's doing it, what is their prerogative, but still the bracket for the tattooist. I mean, they still got to make a piece of art, doesn't matter where it is, but the amount of work that he has to now place into it extra in stretching the muscle out, getting things. I mean, oh man, I kind of feel sorry for them, you know. It's sort of like, but still they kind of see money from it, you know, because they have to pay a little more for it, obviously, because they're going above and beyond. Yeah, and it's a weird subject. I mean, when it comes down to tattoos, and obviously gone down a weird road.
Well, to be honest with you, Paul, I kind of blanked out for a little bit there because all this asshole talk. We've been talking about assholes for a good 10 minutes now, and penises and stuff like that. But I think it's time for a change of subject because I'm starting to phase out a bit. So,
no, it's like freaking what I've been doing anyways this week. Freaking what?
Oh, yeah, how have you been? How's your week been, Paul? How selfish of me.
Well, I say myself, naturally, me and Dan, we did do a special podcast with Scott Kyle. Sadly, Dan's audio got a little corrupted, and naturally, we've been able to mince a couple of all Scott Kyle's parts together, and we're going to re-record some of my stuff. But otherwise, we've still got a special. It'll be me pretty much all the way through the podcast. And
I'll be at the start. You know, I'll say my name, and then that's when my file goes.
It goes. So expect that in the next couple of days, and we're quite excited about that. Scott Kyle is an absolutely lovely bloke. We enjoy talking to him. We just very sadly couldn't get both our audios together. Well, it's just something that occurs. It happens in this industry. So naturally, we just got to run with the blows. But we enjoyed
to be honest, there's not much missing off it. I didn't really say much, to be honest, because I was. Well, you both kind of talked well together. I didn't really have much to add to it because you were both making the podcast by yourselves. So it was like, I had just one or two bits which won't be missed, to be honest. So,
but you got to agree, and he was quite an inspirational talk at the same time. I mean,
he gave a lot to the podcast. I got to say, I was very impressed, and a lovely guy too.
Yeah, very open look towards actors should be looking at in the near future. And I have to give him huge props in the way he constructed himself and the way he does his podcasts. The way he done our podcast and the way he does himself on Twitter. I mean, the guy has a very classy way of talking. The way he gets into his roles was so inspiring. I mean, you don't hear many actors these days stating what he did. And to be quite honest, you know, Dan was actually mentioning, you know, he's watched the full entire lot of Outlander, and
the parts he's yesterday. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that, didn't you? Like, he's not actually in massive amount of parts of it, but at the same time as well,
He gets in it quite a lot near the end, to be honest with you. So he's not a main character. He's a supporting character, but he's in it quite a bit at the end. He's got his own little character. Because I thought he was going to be maybe a walk-on part where he just comes back every now and again. But he's got a proper character, and that is good.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it. Both of us did. Both of us had a very good time listening to his stories.
Yes.
But,
and on a note that isn't too rude, but let's save it for the podcast special that does come out, and let's not give away any more.
We do indeed, and we all know I'm a bit of a spoiler merchant, so I won't say any more, guys.
You're an absolute fucker for being a spoiler. You're just a walking spoiler. You should come with a warning.
To be honest, I'm not another bad when it comes to spoilers. Anyways, guys, as I stated, we've got a couple more jingles coming into direction. So, Dan, how about you play on the second one, please?
Oh, is it that time already?
It is indeed.
Okay, here we go.
You are entering the hypothetical corner.
So each and every week, guys, as you know, we do a hypothetical question. Now, you've just heard the jingle. Let's get into the question. So this week, Dan, right?
Yeah.
We've won. I'm orientating it around what we've kind of heard in the week. So here's the hypothetical question.
Right.
If you could learn any one skill in the world without trying, like the Matrix learning style, which would you pick?
Oh, that's a good one.
It's intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, so many people could go so many different directions this one, because naturally you think, right, you're like, oh, I could go Kung Fu, I could go Taekwondo, or I could go in that. But just remember, he could have anything.
I gotta say, I'd go for piano.
Really?
Yeah, piano, man. Yeah, I don't know, something about it. Because with a piano, it's kind of like you got all the notes there. You can, when you're making a song, the best way to start usually is with a piano. And then you kind of it stretches out away from the piano and so forth. When you, I don't know, and I'd also, if there was like a bar or something with an old style piano in it, I'd just go in there and start showing off, playing all these flipping hits and stuff.
Well, okay, you've gone on your pianist route there, right?
You what?
I think I'm going to match you on that one.
Did you say I went on my penis route?
No, pianist.
Oh, pianist. I said my penis route.
What's his podcast all about? Dicks.
No, Paul, I'm not going to play the piano with my penis. That's not the skill I want. Just the fingers will do. Thank you very much.
Well, since you've gone down that road, right? I kind of want to match you on it. Now, I think matching it, because I think if you could be one hell of a piano player and a jazzy piano player at that, right?
Yeah.
I think the only way that I could complement you and we could become the DPCast freaking jazz band, and that would is if I learn the skill how to play a saxophone. Oh yeah. Now, can you read imagine that? Me on the saxophone, you on the piano.
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, thank God we got mixed, because sweet Jesus, we'd be swimming in the Putang.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just the Cantina band in the making, aren't we?
It feels like episode 3 again, where we literally stated we were going to go out and like Ivory Keys going out into water.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because I'm going like, oh my God, that Matrix learning skill has literally come back forth from episode 3. And naturally now I can play the piano whilst we're going to water, because naturally I'm on an island on my own. No, okay. I'm gonna give some diversity to this hypothetical question, all right? Because naturally, I want us to go a little more in depth this one. Because as I said, you guys have already quite noticed is that we're going on a Matrix route here, and me and Dan are huge Matrix fans. So I'm gonna lob another hypothetical question in here. That counters.
Do you hit the jingle again? No.
We're going to do a hypothetical question that counters the last hypothetical question that will link each other if you want to. So naturally, right, our first inclination of the first hypothetical question, you want to become a pianist, I want to become a saxophone player. Now,
that's pianist, not penis.
Pianist. Oh, yeah, genuine. That's my interpretation. Naturally, you will find that a lot, guys, is that naturally my words don't come out the exact same way, so it does sound like I'm saying penisist.
I want to become a penis.
So, what I'm going to state to you guys, all right, is that we can, me and you, Dan, we can change our first answers.
Yes.
It won't change the way the first question was, but it's going to add now on to our second hypothetical question, that is, would you rather live in the Matrix or in Zion? Now, may I add now, right, you can now change your first question to add to your second.
What do you mean?
So naturally now, right, is that would you rather live in the Matrix or in Zion? So naturally you could state the Matrix and you could still state yourself as a piano player and you could become the world's, biggest piano player in the world in the Matrix. Or you could literally state that you wanted to become the best kung fu artist because you learned that thing and live in Zion.
Yeah. Okay. So, if I was to choose the Matrix, would that be me in the Matrix, or would I have been unplugged?
It would be as if Neo was in the very beginning, and that's what he was, Matrix styled. You haven't been plugged yet.
So I wouldn't know that the Matrix is the Matrix because I haven't been unplugged. I would.
You just as the real world.
I would choose to live in Zion then. But
okay.
I want to emphasize that I'd like to have my plugs. Because I don't want to be born in Zion. I want to be unplugged and live in Zion. So I can still go into the Matrix and do some cool shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna counteract that then, right?
Yeah.
If you live in Zion, you can't have the plugs.
Oh, that's boring then. Oh, it's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it?
Is it though?
I don't know, because if you got no plugs, you're just living in Zion in poverty pretty much. And you go into a sweaty rave every now and again. And if you're living in the Matrix, you're oblivious to everything, and it's just like living in today's world. So I don't know. It's not much to gain from any of them, really, is there?
No, there isn't. But at the same time as well, now, right? The way you construct it is it's a weird one because naturally, now, right, is that it's really how you think of the Matrix itself right now because we are not theoretically plugged.
Yeah.
Now, if we were living in a Matrix world, that we think we might do it. That we are not plugged until we're unplugged.
Yeah.
Now, if we got saved by somebody from Zion,
yes,
then we would have plugs.
Yes.
So wouldn't the pliability of us being in the Matrix be a better source of us possibly becoming unplugged at one stage?
Yeah.
Or staying in Zion and knowing that we live in the real world where we are right now and naturally knowing our threat and what's to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I know what you mean.
Your first question then would have to counteract that one by, if you knew you lived in the Matrix, would you then pick a skill that would complement you to be picked easier and naturally to be resourced by Zion in an inevitable future? So naturally you will at one stage be unplugged. So it means you could go back and forth. Yeah. But at the same time as well then, if you lived in Zion, you'd have to pick that skill then to make sure your life in Zion was a lot more comfortable and a lot more cushier because you have that skill to comfortably help you.
Okay, I'm going to go for this one. Right, I'm not going to choose the Matrix because there's a good chance they're not going to choose me. I'm 29... No, what am I, 28 or 29? I'm 28 at the moment, going on to 29. I'm a 28-year-old with love handles and... there's a good chance Morpheus isn't going to be coming knocking at my door anytime soon. So I'm going to choose... Oh, and the fact that, phone boxes are becoming extinct, so there's no way of escaping anyway. And so I'm going to choose Zion, because then at least I can have a cool walking machine gun thingy to shoot the Sentinels with.
Ah, that's a cool shout. Yeah. I'm going to go the Matrix route. Now, I'm going to go the Matrix route because I think you missed a little bit of a thing there, is that naturally, if you were training yourself to become something, what if you trained yourself to become the better you? Right. So now you make yourself more pliable to get picked. So say, for argument's sake, that my skill I would pick would most probably be, I don't know, a better martial artist. So it means in that stage of environment, I might be looked at more frequently because they want somebody who could work inside the Matrix and out in a very thing. Because if you think about it now, right, if you're a martial artist, you're not going to be your look right now. You're going to be more of a trimmed down look with knowledge of it, because you would, or would you though? Actually, no, because in the Matrix, they naturally just been given the tech.
It's their digital self, isn't it?
Digital self. So naturally,
the thing is about the Matrix, though, it's not a case of what you can do, it's your awareness of the Matrix. The reason why people got unplugged is because a part of their brain is rejecting the fake world that it is. And like, which is Neo, it's like, do you have a dream that you were sure that was real and stuff? They can't tell the difference between a dream and the real world, and so they're rejecting the Matrix, which is why they get unplugged. Whereas most people, amble on through life without noticing a damn thing. So that's the whole main thing about it. I don't think it's to do with skill more, but computer hacking is apparently a pro. So.
Well, maybe that route would be my skill then. So I think I'd have to stay in the Matrix just so you live in a kind of a real world scenario. Yet, obviously, you ain't. But at the same time as well, it's like at least you have the opportunity at one stage to be unplugged.
Yeah.
Obviously, the opportunity might not come, but it's like flicking a coin. You never know if it's going to be heads or tails. I think I would take that gamble where I think you've gone for the natural safe bet of being Zion. I know I'm there.
It's not so much a safe bet. It's not a safe bet because you still got the machines coming after you. And I don't care how much they say that there's a truce, that they're not going to attack anymore. They're obviously going to come back at some point. But I don't know. I prefer the truth. I want to know what is real, and I'd prefer to know the truth rather than living in the clouds. So
yeah. Well, I can see a point on that one. It's what I meant by the safe route is more the bracket that definitely you're going to be in Zion in the real world. Yes. I'm flicking a coin, somebody possibly picking me, and I think that possibility, I'm taking myself for a 1 out of billions that have to be unlocked. And I think maybe I'd be edging my bets way too freaking far out of the range. But it's dependent on what I state as my skill. So naturally, as state, I think you just mentioned there now, the computer hacking. That could be quite intriguing. I mean, you think about it, freaking put the computer hacking maybe becomes a little more, more pliable, and you make yourself more, the better option to grab.
I'll come and unplug you, don't worry. I instantly regret it. Fuck, he doesn't stop talking, does he? Put him back in quick.
It's like Logan in it. Shut up!
Just shut the fuck up! What's this do? Oh, I did this before. What's this? Just put him back in quick. Don't plug him back in, just put him in the pod and leave him there.
Dan is Logan, I'm X23.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what have I done?
This was the first episode of the DPCast. He was born from this day. He unplugged Paul, and Paul never shut the fuck up.
I think that should be the name of the next episode. Shut the fuck up, Paul.
Well, guys, I think we covered that decently.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we covered it quite nicely. I think we both went on a different kind of system there, the way we would root ourselves into the Matrix. Guys, we got to realize now, right? Me and Dan talk so much in depth about the Matrix because naturally we could talk our assholes out about this game, this film. It's possibly easy, Dan, in it, one of our top 3 movies.
Oh, damn right. I love films that leaves things open for you to figure out. I think that's the problem with most films these days. They offer you the answer on a flipping silver platter. You don't have to think about anything. It's like, there's the answer, take it. And it's like, well, I got nothing to bloody think about now. It's like, well, whereas films like The Matrix and a load of other films that make you think about it. Those are the films I love, and Matrix is one of them. No matter how much people slate the sequels, I love the sequels.
Me too.
You have to watch it a good few times to really get the depth of it. And it is a very clever. Even the Wachowski brothers say that they're disappointed with the sequels, but I say well done to you because it's very good.
How many times have they maybe watched their own sequels? I mean, like when they're directing it, they're just directing it. But at the same time as well, like, like when they produce the movie, it's most probably somebody else producing it, going through all the motions and going through it 24/7 to basically edit this, edit that, put this here, put that there. All really they have is the final couple, I state, maybe watched it about 5-6 times before it actually became fully released. So they can say, yes, that's fine, that's everything's where it needs to be. But
well, they wrote it though, so
yeah, they did, but at the same time as well, like, when it's in construct and you see it in front of you, okay, they mentioned, maybe it isn't the best, and I think they may be going off a lot of hypocritical views on it, but the more, like, me and you must have watched it easy 15, maybe 20 times. I mean, this movie is a classic to me and Dan. I mean, the full trilogy, and you watch it enough, you slowly start to work out that kink, to that puzzle piece, to that puzzle piece, to that works there, to that works there. And you start realizing they were very masterfully made. And it's hard to notice that from the first maybe 5 times watching the movie. And you might say, well, I don't want to watch a movie 5 times, especially if it's if you love a movie enough, you give it enough time to fester, to bloom. And me and Dan have done that. We've done that over the period of years since it's come out. And to me, we've seen a different colour behind it, Dan. We've seen that. Yeah.
It's even there's even that scene where they meet the architect in that room for the TV screens. That's famously known as the scene that nobody knows what the fuck he's talking about. But you watch it enough times and you get more and more information from that scene ever. Yeah, maybe it's a bit overrun with information, but yeah, the answers are all in there. It's you just got to listen to it, that's all, and people just switch off too much. I'll admit that it's a very... Christ, I feel it's an info overload here. I can't take it all in, but you watch it enough times, you get plenty of information from that. It's very interesting.
If you've got passion for it, I think you got to give itself enough legs to run with it, and obviously we have, and a lot of other Matrix fans have. Now that does neatly lob us into the next segment. What again? This might be the third jingle, guys. Hint, hint. So, guys. Dan, you wanna sneakily lob this one in?
Hang on, let me think about this now. What is it? Oh, it's that jingle. Rightio, okay. Playing now.
This week in film news.
Now, guys, as you know, we do a film news each and every week. We kind of do any trailers that comes up, any extra news that we might find quite interesting to talk about. And the one... Obviously, we've already been yapping our crap off about it in the hypothetical question, but the one that's going to be in Dan's creative juices flowing massively all over face, neck, and chest is they're in a reboot for a new Matrix. Now, it's a woohoo for me and Dan. Massively a woohoo.
But it depends what kind of woohoo, though. Is it a reboot as in they're continuing from... the trilogy, or is it they're bringing back the old characters and recasting it? Because if they do that, I will be pissed.
Right. There's 2 ways in that, right? And I think me and you have had a good conversation beyond the mic about this, Dan. And both of us have come to the concept of that, theoretically, we don't mind them rebooting. No. That makes total sense. Yeah. And naturally, if you think the way the concept of the movie ended, really, the movie rebooted.
Yeah.
What is a clever concept. Now, as you stated, Dan, I think they can't go on the inevitability of the older actors coming in. Now, don't get me wrong, 1 or 2...
No. I mean, like, if they recast the old characters, like Neo becomes Will Smith or something like that, and it's like... if they do that, I'll be pissed off. If they did a story where it's brand new characters, brand new story, I wouldn't mind so much, because there's so much you can do with the Matrix. So,
I do want leading characters like, though, Morpheus. Now, he's a character to me who is quite adaptable to be in a different scenario for a different storyline that would run into a reboot. And that means that he was the main predecessor of getting Neo, telling him he's the one, to take him to the Oracle, to take that, If you watch the movie, you understand the Morpheus storyline. Yeah. Now, to rob him into a rebooted element, Dan, you would say the exact same here, is that naturally, I think Dan actually mentioned this one, lob him as one of the Zion leading council.
Oh, yeah, if they continued off the original thingy. Because, as I said before, the machines are not done. They're not going to leave them alone. They're obviously going to come back at some point. If they got new characters in, there's a new threat in the Matrix. I don't know, maybe they want to shut down and restart again. I don't know. But in Zion, Morpheus is now a part of the council. And because he's fulfilled his destiny, he's found the one, and he stopped the war. That's what he was there to do, and he's done that. So he doesn't need to be on a ship anymore. So so something like that would be cool. Just as a cameo, even that'd be cool. So.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that I kind of want to see in the background, do you know, like when you watch Jurassic Park, and you see like, oh my god, that's from Jurassic Park, oh, that's from Jurassic Park 2, oh my god, that's from that, and that's from that. You can sort of homage it back to it, and like I'm hoping in the reboot that we can kind of see the Ebenezer in the background, and we can kind of see maybe one of the council members that we might recognise. But other from
Paul, it disappoints you. Nebuchadnezzar blew up, remember?
Yeah, but this is a reboot.
Yeah.
So naturally could be in the background.
I suppose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, may I add as well, I think that would only work if they fully rebooted it.
I hope they don't do that, because it's so. They don't need to fully reboot it, because the world is so big. There's plenty of things they can do just away from the main Neo Morpheus Trinity plot. It's like they could totally do other stories with it. Maybe even before Morpheus, because there's Matrix before Morpheus, I don't know. They don't need to reboot. They just a new story. That's all.
Okay, right. How do you feel then, right? If they still done a one scenario, like Neo obviously was the one. How do you feel then, right? If he went on a different direction? What if like there was another one, but it was a different concept of it? Would you prefer that?
Don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I would, actually. I like the whole one story where it is, but there's also the case that there were more than ones, in the previous versions of the Matrix. But that would be going too deep, I think, because it'll just be repeating itself. Because as you said, it's happened before, but Neo was special because he had love and he went a different direction, which is. Anyway, that's no can of worms we won't be opening right now. But,
totally.
So we'd be here all day. But no, I think leave the one where it is, but just have another story to it. It doesn't need to follow the one.
Do you know what I'm hoping they do? And this is something maybe you'll be fully on board with me in this one, and that is that if they go on the Oracle storyline.
Right.
And just like, I know obviously she was a major part of the first trilogy.
She helped make the Matrix.
But she was only side-pieced onto it and mentioned a lot. What if this time now, right, that they went very much orientated around the Oracle and the Architect, their storyline, and made something around that route that was not based so much around the Matrix, but based more around Zion and all the rest of the stuff. You know what I mean?
I think about that, because with them two, their programs, they're not going to be outside the Matrix at all. And to be honest, I want the cool action scenes that you get with a Matrix film. I don't really want a low-key Oracle Architect story. I just want new characters where they plug into the Matrix, they can do all this cool shit, and they've got something to do. That's where I want. I'd say. I think we've had the thick plot from the first three films. With the new one now, it'll just be a fun film with a bit of depth to it, and makes you think.
Yeah, okay, but at the same time as well, like I think the more we go into depth of this movie, I think the more we realise how much they've really got to construct a different philosophy straight down the line, because we really can't have something similar to the same agents. I mean, we read you had Mr. Anderson, and he really can't be something that was a major story plot in 1, 2, and 3. With maybe the agents itself can still be something.
They'll still be there, because they've got to keep regulating the Matrix, haven't they? So Agent Smith just turned into a virus. That's all. So.
Yeah, but naturally, like we had Agent Smith running through the full entire storyline, they might have to do something similar with the agents again. I'm not sure, but there's that. The Oracle, she changed twice in between the trilogy. She obviously might have to be changed again running into the newer possible trilogy. Yeah,
she only changed once because the original actress died. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It changed twice. Like it's sort of like it was once, and obviously the main actor then obviously.
Yeah, so she changed once.
Yeah. It's me by Jenner. Freaking you could tell.
Yeah, let's get the Paul bell. Paul did a fuck up. Paul, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I need a ding. And like just a doorbell here, like ding, 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 ding. Paul did a fuck up.
Paul's fuck up of the day. Ding. Jingle idea. Jingle idea.
Yeah, we need it. Well, I think we've talked about The Matrix enough. I think we've bored our podcast listeners to death. Now, guys, if you're a massive Matrix fan, I hope to God you've enjoyed it, because we've enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah.
And I think if you want to get a hold of us and talk more about it with us, because me and Dan are always on Twitter, get a hold of us on Twitter. We are at the DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C, or hashtag it, DPcast. What is capital D, capital P, capital C? Or if you want to download this podcast on any of the platforms, and that is iTunes, SoundCloud, all Android devices as far as we can recollect, please tell us if you can't get on any one of them, and just search DPcast. You will have our podcast pop up, and you can download us on the go and enjoy our entertainment talking about The Matrix.
And cock rings, apparently.
And cock rings. But the same to us, what is that? If you enjoyed it, guys, please come on Twitter, give us a couple of follows, come and give us a couple of love. And on top of that as well, if you want to go on iTunes, give us the top ratings and download our stuff. We'll be happily to pump them out each and every week for you. And done. That's it for another week, buddy.
Yeah, that's a wrap for the week. Yeah.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'll catch your ass. I'll catch your ass next week, and look forward to the special episode coming in Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah, then with Scott Kyle. Scott Kyle. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway.
Ta-da, guys.
Ta-da.